You know, I got to say this, right? It's important for you to tell the ones who's been there for you. It's important for you to let the ones know that was there for you in your time of need, whether it was a motivational text, a motivational conversation, or just that energy that you needed at the time. And they provided that service for you. It's important that you do not forget to tell those individuals, those group of people, you appreciate them. And if you love them, tell them you love them. Because you never know that person, that individual that's telling you that positive motivation. You never know that person that's telling you these things. What do they need? What motivation do they need to receive? You feel me? So it's important, in my opinion, when you have someone in your corner, you have someone that you can, talk to, for you to voice out your opinion on something, your thought process on something, your dream about something, that you do not forget to tell those people, that person, that individual, you appreciate them. Because sometimes that's what they need on the other end. Sometimes that's what they need to hear. Sometimes some people will talk to you in a manner in which they wish to receive that same energy, that same motivation. You know what I'm saying? So it's important for you when you going through your process. I talk a lot about working and getting after whatever you're trying to get after, right? I talk a lot about grinding, but what you got to remember, especially we in the holidays right now, right? Happy Thanksgiving to those who celebrate it. You know what I mean? But you got to remember, right, that you do not forget to tell those ones, that group of people, that individual, that you care for them, you appreciate them, you love them, because you never know what they need. You know what I'm saying? You never know. Because look, check this out, right? Check this out. The thing of it is this though, right? I'm the type of person where I really don't need, a lot of motivation sometimes. I can just keep pushing myself through. But at the same time, I do like to hear those motivational words. I do like to hear those motivational things that kind of like reassure myself that I'm on the right path. You feel me? You know what I'm saying? And it's important for you to give out that same energy to the ones who's giving you that positive energy. You feel me? Because you never know what that person is going through. You never know what motivation they actually need. So just like how they motivated you, you need to motivate them. Now, everybody motivation is different. Yes, I get that. But we still need it. You know? And it's like you don't want to push yourself, or even if you're working so hard, right? Because I'm the grinder type. I'm the alone type. I work in the trucking industry, so I can be on the road for hours, 12 hours a day. You feel me? And I can get into a routine of just getting up, going to work, taking care of what I need to take care of. But sometimes I still forget about the important things that help motivate me to continue to push myself to my next level in life. You feel me? Into my greatness. So it's important that you don't forget that, and you don't forget those who help motivated you. And it's not all about financial gain. Sometimes it's a person is not necessarily looking for money from you. They just looking for that encouragement conversation from you, that text from you, huh? that email from you, that just, you know what I mean? I see what you're doing. If you need me to help you in any type of way, I'm there for you. Sometimes somebody just need to hear that. Just the fact that I know that I got this person that's looking out for me like I'm looking out for them. You know? And as we in the holidays now, you know, in most cases, a lot of people, this is the worst time for a lot of people because, you know, if you don't have family around you, you know, you're not in a good relationship situation. You know what I mean? This time of the year for some people is they really down and out. You know what I mean? So it's important for you to encourage the one to encourage you, huh? It's important that you do that because you never know what that motivation conversation would do for that other person. Just like when somebody tell you, "Oh man, you know, you out there doing your thing, you know what I'm saying? Keep pushing." You might have been going through a bad situation in that moment. You may have been going through something that, you know, you really don't want to talk to nobody about, but just because somebody kind of recognized you, and like I said, it don't have to be some, you know, some mushy type stuff. It just could just be a general conversation. You know what I mean? And just for somebody to acknowledge that, especially coming from somebody that knows you or been around you, or you know, a coworker, a loved one, your best friend, whoever, I don't care who it is, just for them to take the time out of their life to recognize something that you're doing, man, that goes a long way. So don't forget to do that on the other end. You know what I mean? Because, like I said, for myself alone, you know, I can just keep grinding and grinding. But one thing I noticed for me to have a healthy relationship, you know what I'm saying, with my lady, with my kids, it's important for me to recognize them as well. It's important for me to say those things that I know they need to hear from me to make them feel good about themselves. Not saying that it's a low self-esteem, it's a low self-esteem thing. It's just more so of a acknowledgement thing. You know what I mean? More of a I see you type thing. More of like I see where you trying to go with this. I recognize you're great. You know what I'm saying? Like that's so important. And I know in today's, you know, generation, everything is so fast paced, the internet, your cell phone, an iPad, your Kindle, your tablet, you know what I mean? Your iWatch. I mean, there's so many different things that really takes us away from that, you know, that general conversation because everything is done through a text, everything is done through an email, everything is done through like some type of electronic device. But it's important for you to do that as well. Maybe you could send a text, maybe you can even send a message, but just don't forget to do that because, especially if you're in a real successful position, most people, even myself included, you know, I'm doing pretty well in my life, but at the same time, I knew I made a lot of sacrifices for me to get to where I'm at. So just remember that when it comes to you and yours. You feel me? You got to remember that we all have different struggles. You know, I did a video, you know, over a year ago where I talk about everybody, you know, everybody struggle differently. You know, it's not so much of the dollar amount, but we all have our vices. We all have something that hinder us. So just because something is not an issue for me doesn't mean it's not an issue for you, for them. So that's why I say, don't forget to tell the ones that's there for you that you appreciate them, you love them, because that energy that you gave me helped me continue to step into my greatness. So I want to return the favor to you and tell you the same thing. You know what I mean? You got to do it, man. You know, because it's like, who don't want to hear that? I mean, just think about it. Just break it down to like the most basics, right? Even with children, when your kids, if you have any children, when your kids do something that they felt like, oh, they just accomplished something, they usually come to the parents, right? They usually come to the parent and be like, Dad, look at this. And in that moment, you have a decision to make, right? But the key to it is this, though. Regardless, whatever they did, you want to always give them encouragement, give them that motivation to continue. And I recognize what you did. My daughter made me a picture, she's 5 years old. Picture wasn't that great, but just for the fact that she was so excited to come to me with that, I had nothing. I couldn't do nothing but say, you know what? I love this picture. Thank you. And she was so excited. So just, you bring that up to an adult, not saying they are, adults are kids, not definitely not that. It's just the gist of it, right? When you're out here pushing a hard line about whatever you're trying to get after in life, right? You do want to get acknowledged for that. You know what I'm saying? Like, somebody saved up money for a down payment on a house. You feel me? And you was able to cop that house, you doing well for yourself. You do want to get acknowledged for the hard work that you've done for that, We have got a college degree, passed the trade training. You know what I'm saying? There's so many different things, but you want to get acknowledged from your loved ones or somebody close to you. And just like you get that acknowledgement, you have to return the favor. So just like everybody's struggle is different, everybody's motivation is different, but they still want to hear those things. Do you feel? Huh? Because it's like this, right? When I think about like a lot of mistakes that I've made in the past, right? Because I've always been the guy that where I have to find a solution to do things. You know what I mean? I have to find ways to make things work. Like I'm that type of guy, right? And sometimes in that process, a lot of times in the past for me, I would neglect something in a relationship because I'm so focused on resolving whatever the issue is, but I'm not taking in consideration the other person. You know what I mean? I'm just so focused on like, okay, this is the problem. Let me work on fixing this problem. But while you're fixing that problem, it's important for you to still continue to be present in your relationship. You know what I mean? So it's like, it took me a while to really understand that because it's like I'm just so focused on, okay, this would need to be done. Okay, let me go do this, this, and that. You know what I mean? This need to be paid for. Okay, how can we make that work? That's fine. But don't forget, you still got a whole relationship here. You know what I mean? You got kids that's looking for you to do certain things for them. You know what I mean? So you can't just get so focused on one specific thing and forget everything else. You know? And I'm not saying it's easy. I'm not saying anything in life that's worth having is never easy. I can tell you that. Anything you worked hard for, you're going to respect that a whole lot more than just somebody just handing it to you. You know? So you got to remember that. You new to my channel, hit that like button, hit that subscribe button, you know? And once this live is over, go back and check out a lot of other videos because I drop nothing but good game on this channel, huh? I'm Sean B. Stoll, if you're not familiar. But like I said, it's Thanksgiving. I'm out here in the Bay Area, out here. So it's not quite 12 o'clock yet. We still got about an hour and some change before 12 o'clock. But it's pretty much Thanksgiving. And it's like, I'm going to be up probably for a while. So I was like, you know what? Let me get on this mic and drop something tonight. Because at first I had put the live up. I had to, had it ready to go. And I'm like, I don't know if I'm gonna go live, but I was like, you know what? This is on my heart, so I gotta come on here and drop this game on y'all. You feel me? So I look at life like this, right? We all have choices, we all have decisions. But make sure when you make those decisions, you're not just making it strictly for yourself only. Because whether you have kids, you probably have family. If you don't have family, then you have somebody close to you. So just know that it's important. Just like how you got that motivation, it's important that you give out that same energy. Because we all need it, and no matter where we at in life. One thing I hate to hear is when somebody say, "Oh, you successful, you should be good." But does that success take away, pain? Does that success takes away, bad relationships? Huh? Does it take away, people passing away in my life? Does it take away the time that I have lost in my life getting to the successful the successful level? So I don't like when people say, "Oh, just because a person is in a certain tax bracket, oh, you good," because what they're really doing is pretty much taking their situation and making it your situation in the sense of, if I was in your shoes, I would be good because of your financial status. But realistically, would they really be that happy? Because just because you have more money, it doesn't take away other life experiences you go through. Now, yes, if you make a certain, you're a millionaire, whatever, certain necessities in life, of course, buying certain cars, certain houses, all of that change, or you have the ability to buy things, the average can't. Okay, I'll give you that. But outside of the material things, you still have a whole lot of real life to deal with. You feel me? So I just don't like when people say that just because you make a certain dollar amount, oh, you good, you good. Like what? We all have a certain amount of time on this earth that I know about. You feel me? If you know something different, let me know. Right? So if we all got a certain amount of time, doesn't matter how much money you have. The only thing that you really have control of is yourself and how you interact with individuals, huh? How you carry yourself. That's what you can control. So don't forget to tell them ones that you care about, that you appreciate them, you love them, and you appreciate what they do for you, huh? Especially, for Thanksgiving, if you got a grandparent or something, somebody who's doing all the cooking, that's the person you need to really show the most love to. You know what I'm saying? They in that kitchen cooking up, My grandmother, rest in peace, Ella, she used to whip up some mean plates, you feel me? And just think about that. If you got like a big mama in your house, your family or whatever, who does most of the cooking or something like that. And I don't mean that in a disrespectful way, just But if you got somebody in there that's doing a lot of the cooking, them the ones you need to take care of. You know what I'm saying? Make sure you buy them a nice massage gift or something like that, for Christmas or something. Or pay for them to get a masseuse or something like that. You know what I mean? You need to show folks you appreciate them and what they do for you. Because if they're in their kitchen for Thanksgiving, and with Thanksgiving, if you got a big family, that's a lot of cooking, man. And regardless if they do this every year, that don't take away from them needing that appreciation, from them getting that motivation and letting them know that you recognize what they're providing for you. You know what I mean? So don't forget it. You know what I mean? Because it's like, man, I just think that a lot of times we as people, we get so caught up in our own life situations, we kind of forget about other people's situations. You know what I mean? It's like you could be going through a hardship, but somebody can be worse than you. You know what I'm saying? And not saying that your situation is not as important, but just remember that somebody else is going through something too. You know what I mean? And I just think that sometimes we get so caught up with our own self, which understandable. You know what I mean? There's so many different things to take your attention away. You know, and like I said, we in the holidays, so there's so much going on. I mean, for me right now, it's crazy. I'm working almost 60, well, pretty much 60 hours a week. You know what I mean? And I still drop at least 2 to 4 videos a week. So y'all got to show me some appreciation on my channel, man. Cause I try to make sure I say I come through and I drop something on y'all, man. Oh, so make sure y'all hit that like button, hit that subscribe button, and drop something in that super chat. I appreciate it. But yeah, you got to remember that. You know what I'm saying? Because another thing too, especially if you have older folks in your family, some grandmothers and stuff like that, you don't know how long they're going to be left on this earth. So how much time they have left. So it's really important for you to say that to them. It's really important for you to tell that OG, you feel me? You know what I'm saying? That your OG partner, your uncle, or whoever that gives you that extra motivation that you need, it's really important for you to show them some love. You know what I mean? Because you never know, right? And it's like the more I think about it, I also just think about myself. Because like I just said, I mean, I work so much. I mean, I'm always grinding. But I will tell you this, I have got a lot better with juggling a lot of different things in life. You know what I'm saying? From relationship, work wise, kids wise, business wise. I'm learning. I mean, I'm in my 40s. It took me to get up to this age to kind of balance it better. You know what I mean? Because I feel like when I was younger, I was trying to cope it with like sex or something like that. Like, okay, I really ain't trying to communicate well, so you know, let me give you that good sauce. You feel me? To get you, to stay quiet for a little while, which is cool, but you still just putting a band-aid on a bigger situation, a bigger problem, and that's the communication. You know, you just putting a band-aid over it. You're not really solving the issue. You know what I mean? So it's important that you recognize that you need to make those changes if you need to. If you're already on a good path, I salute you, but you still got to stay motivated. And if you already fully motivate your team. Because if you're a king in your house, the king is nothing without his queen. You know what I mean? And if you got a queen, if you got a princesses and princes, hey man, you feel me? You gotta really motivate everybody, yeah. You know what I'm saying? So it's like you gotta remember that. Don't forget that, I should say. Do not forget. You know what I mean? And it's like, I'll tell you this, right? As you get older, you start looking at things a little bit different. And you see that how you communicate is really the most important aspect of everything. Huh? You know what I'm saying? Because even when it comes to the ladies, right? You know what I'm saying? When it comes to a woman, most women just want to feel that they at least want to feel like they secure in the relationship. And how do they know that? It's not just finances. It's how you communicate to them, huh? It's how you let them know that, hey, I hear you. I'm here for you. So that communication is key. Huh? I'm just saying though, huh? Talk to me. So let me fix my chair. Hold up. you know? So I'm just saying, you know, most ladies want to hear that. Yeah, they want to see action behind what you're saying, though, of course. But they still want to hear those words from you, huh? And to my guys out there that, you know, that got that sauce, got that mouthpiece, you already know what I'm saying. It's important for you to show them that, hey, you know what? I'm gonna give you what you need. I'm gonna make sure you satisfied. I'm gonna make sure that our communication is key. Do you feel me? So yeah, man. Communication. Don't forget that. Huh? Let me see. And I think I had a video in here too. I had did this video a while back. I'm gonna play. And it's this one is let's say hold on, let me
You're
just
going to go through some things.
there we go. Yeah, man. So I've been dropping straight game on here for a while. So this one is basically don't forget to tell the ones that was there for you. You love them. So we gonna get into it.
So when you checking somebody and you letting them know what it is, make sure you end that conversation with this. Don't forget I love you.
Right? Talk
You know
to
what
him.
I'm saying? I'm making fun of the situation, but I'm serious at the same time. So don't forget to tell them that. You know what I'm saying? Don't forget I love you. But I'm gonna still check you though. I'm gonna still put you in your place. But it comes from a love place. It comes from me having love for you and trying to make sure we continue having this love relationship together. I gotta let you know a few things. But at the end of that, don't forget I love you.
Mm. Talk to him.
Do you
Talk to him.
feel?
Hey.
Know what I'm saying? So it's like, and I was even in a relationship. I mean, even in what I call a friendship. In a friendship, right? It's the same scenario. You know what I'm saying? You got your partners, you know what I'm saying, your besties. It's like, one of your partners or one of your besties, they ask to, borrow your car or borrow some things from you. And especially if it's some items, you know what I mean? Like, oh, let me borrow this pan. I got this, I'm doing this function at the house. We barbecuing, we doing this and that. I know you got this grill, you got this, you got that. Let me borrow some things from you, right? Now, if that's your real partner, that's your really, somebody you really care dearly about, right? In most cases, most people, and myself included, I'll be like, okay, you can borrow the grill, you can borrow the plan, whatever you need, you can borrow that, right? But because they know you love them, right? They know that they got a long history with you, right? Couple of weeks, the barbecue was on Saturday, right? You gave it to them Friday. Okay, it been a couple of weeks. They ain't talked you talk to them. They ain't mentioned nothing about giving you your barbecue pit back and your special pan that you like to use, right? They haven't gave you none of that back yet, right? And then you done had several conversations with your partner, right? Like y'all done talked about a whole bunch of things, who getting divorced, you know what I'm saying? Who going through this, who going through that. You feel me? Somebody, had to move out. You talking about life situations that y'all going through, or your partner's going through, possibly a divorce, right? Y'all done talked about everything under the sun, except for you telling me you bringing me my grill back. You bringing that special pan that I like to use back. You ain't brought none of that back, right? But you comfortable because you know that I love you. You know I care for you, right? So this is one of the moments where in those situations, you need to let them know, like, hey, check this out, bruh. I let you borrow the grill a month ago. It been like 3, 4 weeks, man. Where the hell my grill at? Right? You know what I'm saying? Where my pen at? We done chopped it up, had many different conversations. You done told me, what ain't working out in your relationship. You feel me? Your kids is doing this, they going over here, y'all taking trips there. Where the hell my damn grill at, man? You know what I'm saying? So that's when you have to check them. But at the end of that conversation, after they bring their stuff back, right? Let them know that. Don't forget I love you. Do you feel me? You know what I'm
Don't
saying?
forget.
I mean, let them know, man. Say, hey, don't forget I love you. Because I just feel like a lot of people take advantage of those type of situations.
Right.
And a lot of it has to do with the history you have with them. You know what I'm saying? It's the history you have, and then also they know, you got a certain type of love for them. You know what I mean? So they feel like, oh, it's cool. I can get away with this. They won't be tripping off that. You know what I'm saying? Like, ain't no big deal, but it is a big deal. You know what I'm saying? Like, hold up. I spent my hard-earned money for this, you know? I didn't let you borrow my grill. How you know I don't have nothing going on? How you know I'm not trying to plan a function at my house, but you got my grill? You feel me? My special pan. You know what I'm saying? My little brushes I like to use when I'm, you know, marinating my meats and all that. I don't let you borrow all this. And it been several weeks. You didn't mention it to me. We even talked about everything going on in your life. You feel me? What's going on at your house?
Talk to him.
But somehow you forgot to tell me, or you forgot to bring back my grill, man. So don't forget I love you, man. Where's my stuff at? Do you feel,
Right. You
you
funny,
know,
man. You funny.
and I got a few folks in my life that's like that. You know what I'm saying? Where you let them borrow something, and it's like, bruh, like I swear, I let one of my cousins he bought a CD. This is years ago. He borrowed a CD from me. I forgot who the hell it was. Man, it'd been about 6 years before I got that CD back. And I'm like, bro, I don't even listen to CDs like that no more, man. You know what I'm saying? I'm like, come on, man. You know what I'm saying? So now I gotta treat you a different type of way. You know what I'm saying? It's like, for me personally, if I let you borrow something from me and you don't bring it back in a timely fashion, okay, we still cool, but I'm gonna treat you more accordingly now. You know what I'm saying? I'm gonna be like, hey, check this out, man. You can borrow this on Saturday. I need it back on Sunday. You feel me? If not, I'm gonna come roll up on you and come get my stuff. You know what I'm saying? Because your track record ain't that clean with me. You know what I'm saying? You don't have that luxury with me. But hey, don't forget, I love you. Do you feel me? You know? It's like, come on, man. I mean, this don't make no sense out here. You know what I'm saying? It's like, why do people do that? I mean, is it because they think you soft or something? You know what I'm saying? Or they think, oh, I can just get over on them. You know what I'm saying? Because it ain't no big deal. You know I'm good for it. But at the same time, though, right? At the same time, it's like, okay, yeah, you good for it, but that's still my shit, though, man. You know what I'm saying? That's still my stuff. Like, what's the problem, man? Like, hold up, bruh.
Man, you ain't
You
lying.
feel me? Now, if
Talk
you would
to
have
him.
told me, hey, I need to borrow this and I'll bring it back to you, within this time frame, okay, I'll give you that. But if you just borrow my stuff and you don't even try to connect with me and let me know what's going on with my merchandise, with my product that you done borrowed from me, you know what I'm saying? Like, hold up, man. You know what I mean? So I'm gonna have to check you for that. And when I finish checking you, don't forget I love you. You know what I'm saying? Come on now. I mean, this don't make no sense whatsoever. You know? It's like, I don't get it, man. I don't get it. And it's like, from my experience, a lot of people that I dealt with will have an attitude with me, right? And I'm like, how can you get an attitude with me when this is my stuff? You didn't borrow from me. So when I check you, you like, oh man, why you come at me so hard? Why you have to, you know what I mean? You didn't have to talk to me that way. Well, maybe, but on the other hand, you didn't bring my stuff back in a timely fashion. You know what I mean? So you finna either break me off that cheese, what I spent for it, right? Or you need to come back and drop my stuff off like you said you would. You know what I mean? I shouldn't have to track you down, man. You say you love me, right? So where my stuff at? Huh? It's like, come on now. You know, so just let them know after you check them, man. Don't forget I love you. You know what I'm saying? Because it's like, I don't get it. I don't understand it. Because me personally, if I borrow something from you, I'm gonna make sure you get that back in a timely fashion, you know? And it's like, even with kids, right? Even with kids, you know what I mean? I got a 4-year-old and a 19-year-old, right? And my 19-year-old, she know what's up for the most part. My 4-year-old, I'm getting her there,
Right.
but it's like
She's 5 now.
when it comes to kids, I'm the type. I like the discipline, but in a different way. You know what I'm saying? Especially with my 4-year-old, she like using her tablet a lot on the internet and different things she like to do on the computer. And I love that. I like the fact that she's very, you know, comfortable using the computer. But on the flip side of that, though, when she acts up, right? When she act up, I say, hey, you need to do this, you need to do that. When she don't do that, what I do is start taking things away. You know what I mean? I start taking stuff away. Like, hold up. I asked you to clean this up. You didn't clean it up. So you know what I'm gonna do? Let me get that from you. You know what I'm saying? I'm gonna take that tablet away. And she start crying sometimes, but I let her know, hey, calm down. You know I love you though. Do you feel you know?
Yep. So that's the thing, right? That's what it is, right? It's like you can we can go through something, right? We can go through something in life where it's just all bad at that moment. And I was talking about, my 4-year-old at the time, she's now 5. Hold up. She's now 5, right? And it's like, I may have to, discipline her in some type of way, right? But that still doesn't take away from the love I have from her, right? And then also when I'm dealing with people, individuals, group of people, sometimes you just have to put people where they need to be at in life, right? When it comes to your life and what's your expectations of them dealing with you, right? That's a friendship, business ship, relationship, whatever ship, right? It's important for you to make sure they have an understanding by having that communication that, hey, man, we may have ups and downs, we may go through something, but at the end of the day, do I want you to do well? Do I want you to succeed in life? Yes. But if I have to check you, if I have to make sure you have that understanding, it's not coming from a malicious place. It's not coming from a place of me, trying to you know, put you down. No, it's coming from a place of we need to get that understanding. I don't want you to forget that. This is what I expect from you. Huh? You know? And that all comes back to what I originally was saying about this, communication is key. I mean, doesn't matter the age. The more the understanding you have with each other or the expectations you have of each other will dictate your relationship. Huh? Do you feel? You know what I'm saying? So it's like, you can't forget these things, man. You can't forget the fact that you're going to have your ups, you're going to have the downs, but only the real ones is going to stick around. Huh? And it's like this time of the year, you're going to see a lot of people go through things, right? You're going to see a lot of people go through things. It's going to play out on social media, unfortunately. And I'm not here to say no names because this live, I want this to keep this strictly on the context of what the title is. You feel me? That's one of the ones tonight, man. You know? But you're going to see a lot of things, in my opinion, this time of the year because a lot of people out there is hurting in different ways. A lot of people are going through things in different ways in life. Like I mentioned, in previous video I have done where everybody's struggle is different and also everybody love and understanding is different. You feel me? So during the holidays, this is when a lot of those situations get exposed because the people that have fake friends, the people that have, friends that's only down when there's something going on, something that's beneficial for them, during the holidays, it's usually family orientated. So if you don't have real individuals in your corner during the holidays, some people, it affects them differently. Some people lash out. Somebody want to crash out. You know what I mean? So it's like, I said this many videos ago, right? Maybe about a year ago. It's important, even the person you in a relationship with, right? See, for me personally, I love a beautiful woman. Do she have to be a 10 for me? No, she don't. Because at the end of the day, what I need is that understanding from a woman, right? So I don't need a 10. Now, I prefer if I can get a 10, cool. But if I don't, I ain't losing no sleep over it. You feel me? I'll take a 6 or a 7, maybe a 5. Because you know what's important to me? It's not just your physical looks, right? It's your mental look, your understanding look when it comes to me, when it comes to raising a family, when it comes to sharing my assets. You feel me? If I got property, businesses, I'm looking to expand and do other things. I need somebody in my corner that I know that's there for me. And just because we have a bad situation, you're not going to go to social media. You're not going to try to expose me negatively for the fact that you're not happy with yourself. So that's why I say, for me personally, I can't speak for no other man. I can't speak for another man, but I can tell you about me, in my opinion, right? In my opinion, the 10 is cool, but a 5, 6, and 7 will work just as well. Because if that woman gets me and she understands me, that's all I need. I said nothing about looks. Do you feel? I'm just saying, man. I'm just saying. See, this ain't high school no more, man. You feel me? This is not high school. So I can care less what you think about me. I thought I was playing. I did a video about a week or so ago. You know what I mean? I can care less what you think about me. Because when I go to the bank, all they looking for is to service me. You know what I mean? They looking to see what's going on with me and what's in my account, what stocks I want to invest in. That's what they're trying to figure out. They ain't worrying about what somebody said about me, how they feel about me. When I go to the grocery store, you think they care about what social media say about me? When I'm at that cash register and I gotta pay for these bag of goods, right? You feel me? What they want to know is, do you got that green paper back or do you got that credit card to go swipe and get approved? That's what they want to know. You know what I'm saying? So I'm saying all that to say this. You have to get to a point where you just not concerned about what they think of you. That's the key to all of this. You have to. Just like you don't forget to tell the ones who's there for you, you appreciate them, you care for them. If you love them, then you love them. But also the flip side to that as well is I'm not concerned about what you think or say about me. Because if you're not affecting my bottom line, you're not affecting my day-to-day activities, what is the problem? Because you said a couple of words. Oh wow. Ooh, please. So if I got a 6 or a 7, you don't like how she looked, that's cool. Guess what? You ain't the one laying down with her every night. I am. So long as I'm happy with what I chose, that's all that matters. That's it. Not what you think, not what she don't have compared to the next chick that you like, because maybe what you like, I don't like. You know what I'm saying? You might like a big booty Judy. I might like slim goodies. How about that? I'm just saying. You know what I'm saying? Not everybody need a big back. You feel me? Not everybody is chasing a bubble back. No. So just like I mentioned, everybody's struggle is different. Everybody choice in who they choose to lay down is different as well, regardless what the statistics may say, regardless what social media may say. That's why I say I'm the realest individual in the room. The reason why I'm saying that is this statement here. I care less what you think of me. You know what I'm saying? So as soon as you can get to that level in life, in my opinion, that's when you stepping into your greatness. That's when you start to really start to understand things and elevating to a higher level because you're not focusing on low frequency activity. You know what I'm saying? So as soon as you can get to that level, that's when your success level shoots up after that. You feel me? That's when it shoots up. Because what happens is you're not chasing what everybody else is chasing. You chasing what's best for you. You're not worried about what they may say because you worried about you. You're not tripping on if this is going to be accepted because you accepted you. Do you feel? Come on, man. You know what I'm saying? You accepted yourself. I talk a lot about my previous videos because that's all I bring on this mic. I drop nothing but strictly game. I'm the sauce man. Call me Sean B. Stoller, the sauce man, huh? I'm the hustler kit that you gotta subscribe to, huh? So it's like when you stop worrying about those that's really not for you, that's when you can really start to eliminate the fluff that's not meant for you. Huh? Because the fluff is always there. We all got fluff somewhere, but who keeps it minimum, who keeps it at bay, will be the best. And if you don't know what the fluff is, you got to go back and watch my fluff video, huh? You know what I mean? Man, I've been kicking this for a minute, man. Hit that subscribe button, hit that like button, huh? But you got to remember that though. You got to remember that you're not alone. Even if you are alone, you're still not alone. Because there's someone out there or something that's motivating you for you to continue to step into your greatness. Because I'm the type, man, I can go out there and grind and not really worry about anybody, but I am worrying about somebody, because it's like I'm not just trying to be successful just for myself. I want to be successful for people that's around me, my loved ones, and really to just accomplish things and be able to have something to give the ones that's coming after me. You know what I mean? My kids, my family. That's just how I'm built. My mental case. That's when my mental capacity. That's how I think. I think so of more of that level. Because it's like, why would you have all this greatness and it just leaves with you? That's selfishness to me. That's what selfish is when you know what I mean? Like you got $1 billion and you say, I want my $1 billion buried in my grave with me, huh? You know what I mean? I want to get cremated, but put all my money in the cremation with me too. Like what? That's selfish. You know? So you're not just doing this for yourself. If you're a real grinder, a real, some ultimate hustler out here, which I know you are, because if you subscribe to my channel, you know what I'm about. I'm about that grit, man. I don't talk about what's the easy button or where's the easy button. I don't know nothing about that. So you new to my channel, just understand, I'm gonna kick nothing but game to you, and we're gonna have a nice respectful conversation with a little laughter in it too. You know what I mean? Can't be too serious, huh? Why so serious? You know? I'm gonna be on here a little bit longer. I'm in the kitchen cooking while I'm doing this too. So just to let y'all know, man. You know what I mean? I'm out here doing multiple things. But I still had time to come on this mic and drop something for y'all because I just appreciate anybody that's subscribed to my channel. I really appreciate y'all. And I really try to make time to make sure I come on this mic and kick something for y'all too. You feel me? Because it's important for me to do that for y'all. And for myself too. Because I really enjoy making these videos. And 99.9% of it is based around my life. So, I'm a hell of a guy. You feel me? Probably never heard of me, but I'm still him in real life. You feel me? But serious though, you got to remember that you got to stay focusing on whatever you want to do, and in the process of that, you always recognize or try to recognize the people that been there for you. Don't forget that. You know what I mean? And it's like sometimes when you show your appreciation to other people, sometimes you won't get that same energy back. But you know what? That's okay too. I'm gonna tell you why. sometimes it's important for you to put the energy out there, and whatever you get in return or what you don't get in return, just know that you made the effort to do it. So if things don't turn out the way you thought it was going to go, or the response wasn't what you were looking for, just know at the end of the day that you put forth the best effort you could in that situation. Because I'm a firm believer not everybody can go, not everybody will go, but at least you know that you applied to the situation the best way you could. You feel me? Because not everybody gonna see your vision, and not everybody will be there to witness your vision. Huh? Do you feel? You know? So it's like, don't get mad at those who don't see it. Don't get mad at the ones who don't read, that don't give you the same energy that you put out, or the response that you were looking for, you did not receive. Sometimes some people, that's how they communicate. I know it's a messed up way to say it, and it's messed up to hear it, but that's the truth. Some people just can't give you the communication that you need because it's something that they're still fighting within themselves. You know what I mean? It's like when you go through a situation with a person, right? And things end. Say you was in a relationship, and a relationship go bad. Y'all break up, right? And then years later, say 10 years went by, y'all meet up somehow. You at a grocery store, some type of function, whatever, right? Y'all meet up and y'all have a conversation. And now that person who was unable to communicate 10 years ago been through their life journey, right? Now, when you have that conversation with them 10 years later, now they learned how to communicate. Now they learned how, man, I was wrong how I treated you. I had to come back and do that myself because I wasn't this guy who I am tonight, who I am today, back then. And that's why I say sometimes when you put out certain energy, you expect a certain response back. Sometimes that person that's responding to you don't know how to respond. Now, whether or not y'all make it in a relationship, that's a totally different thing. But I'm just saying, sometimes that person has to go through their journey for them to come to that understanding that you have. So just like I was just saying in that conversation where, you meet up with this person after 10 years and y'all have a conversation. In that conversation, the person, you know, tell you, the things that you wanted to hear back then, they're telling it to you today. And if they really, a grown up, a real, somebody real stand up individual, a lot of times they'll tell you, oh man, I was wrong how I treated you. I was wrong how I did it this, how I did that. See, that's a real mature individual. You know what I'm saying? But back then, they didn't have that understanding. Back then, they couldn't connect the dots to give you what you needed. So just remember that. Huh? Because everybody have a journey. But unfortunately, not everybody's journey is meant to be together. Do you feel? You know? Oh, that tastes good too. That's some good orange juice right here, man. We don't promote brands over here, so You know what I mean? If you see me on most of my clothes, I'm gonna say this. I have said it a few times. I'm gonna say it again. I don't wear logos or I keep it to a minimum. I don't say what I'm drinking other than orange juice because I don't have a sponsor deal. I don't have a brand deal. So if you want me to wear your clothing, drink your drink, we need to discuss the prices. You feel me? Because we don't do free promo over here. But anyway, sometimes when you looking from that motivation from that one person or that special person in your life and you don't receive it, sometimes that person is just not in them yet to give you what you need. And unfortunately, that relationship may not last long enough for them to give you what you need, but it's still good to hear it, even if it's 10 years later. You feel me? Because I'll tell you this, when you are the one that's a outgoing, when you the one that's always pursuing things, and I'm speaking from my own perspective, right? When you out there and you put yourself out there so much, sometimes it's good to hear, no matter when you say it, but it's good to hear when somebody come back to you and they tell you, oh man, how you were pushing me or how you was telling me certain things. I appreciate you telling me that. You know what I mean? I don't want you to forget that, what you done for me, it helped push me to a whole nother level. So it's just sometimes, even if you that person that you highly motivated, you a go-getter type individual, it's still that type of person still want to hear that motivational speech from somebody that you have been involved with, you love, care for. It's good for them to come back and give you that information. You feel me? So don't forget that. And always remember, if you're the first to do something, just remember you're gonna be the one. You're gonna be the one they're gonna look up to, but they also gonna point the finger at as well. You know what I mean? Because you put yourself out there, usually the person that put themselves out there first is usually the one it can go bad or go well for. You know what I mean? So you gotta have strong shoulders. You have to have a strong mental to handle real life. You know what I'm saying? So you got to remember that. And don't forget that when you a great individual, when you great at whatever you're doing, just know a lot of the weight, a lot of the responsibilities will always be put on you because some people see your greatness and unfortunately it makes some people lazy in the same process. Do you? You know, some people be lazy. You know what I mean? I know. Especially to my guys out there, you know what I mean? If you the type of go-getter type dude where you get things done, you make sure that certain things is taken care of in the house. Sometimes you know who you in a relationship, who you married to. Some people get relaxed because they get comfortable of the process. They get comfortable with what you're doing for them. And that's where the communication kicks in. That's when you need to have more communication, huh? You know what I'm saying? Because just because I can handle it, just because I got big shoulders, doesn't mean I don't need help too. You feel me? So don't forget that. You know? And it's like some people take you for granted. Some people look at you and say, "Oh man, you've been handling this. You know, you've been doing this for this much time. You should be able to handle all these situations." But we all need support, and we all need that motivation. And it's really important to get it from the people that either A, you help motivate, or B, that's in your life and close to you. It's important for those words to be said. You feel me?
It's like
So, so we'll get back into it. Let's see what I had on here. So this was a previous, still the continuation of the previous video we was playing earlier. Let me see what else I got on here. Let's go.
I still love you though. You know what I mean? I still love you, but you gotta understand. Well, you will cut
Hold up. Hold on, hold on, hold on. Hold on, hold on, hold on, hold on. Let me get this thing back. Can I get it back?
come to an understanding over time. You know, my youngest I'm talking about, my 4-year-old. It's all about teaching that, good habits.
Mm,
Unlike some of my partners, right?
mm.
Some of my relationships, right? So with my 4-year-old, you know, I discipline her in a different way, but I just take away stuff that she likes, stuff
Mm.
she loved to play with
Talk to him.
when she acts up. So I take things away. And it's been working out pretty well. I'd be like, hey, you know what? I need you to clean your room up. I'm talking to my 4-year-old like that. I'm like, hey, I need you to clean this up, you know? And once you finish that, you can get the tablet. You can play with your tablet. Or eh, you need to clean this room up. If you don't to clean this room up, I'm taking that tablet and putting it up. You won't get it till the next day or till when I feel it's necessary. So it's just creating those good habits. And at the end of that conversation with her, even my 4-year-old, I tell her, don't forget I love you. Do you feel
Come on now. Talk to
you
me.
know? So that's the thing. You can't forget you can't be too cool. You can't be too gangster. You can't be too street, too gutter. You know what I mean? Too much of a slider, not to tell the ones that's important to you. Don't forget I love you.
Mm.
You know what I
Talk
mean?
to him.
And just because I love you don't mean I ain't gonna check you. Just because I love you, I'm just gonna let you just run me over. Nah. Just because I love you doesn't mean you just get full access to everything in my life. It's a process and there's your terms and conditions and there's an understanding that need to be understood. Do you feel you know what I'm saying? Come on now. I'm Sean B. Stoller. Man, hit that subscribe button, hit that like button. You can
Right?
share it, leave a comment. It's cool.
Talk to him. It's important you do that.
you know? But you just got to remember that because, through life, you're going to go through a lot of obstacles. You're going to have a lot of different things thrown at you. But you have to remember that through that process, there's still love there. Through your obstacles, there are things and people, that's going to disappoint you and things that happen to you, it's make you want to feel, it's going to make you feel a certain type of way. But you got to always remember that for one, the people that really care for you, they do love you. And sometimes for you, it's important for you to tell them, don't forget I love you. Because we all have our issues. We all have things that, affects us in a negative way. I mean, it's positive, of course, but a negative way as well. So it's like it's important that that love factor is there because when you're going through your process, your journey. A lot of times, it's that love that gets you through those situations, whether it's the love of yourself, you know what I'm saying? Your friends, your family, your friendships. It's that love that pushes you through. You know what I'm saying? Now, a lot of it, of course, you got to get yourself through by having that self love. But it's important for you to have love around you too, because money doesn't fix everything, and money doesn't bring you that complete happiness without love. Do you feel? You know, you got to have that. So that's why I say, no matter what the situation is, no matter how emotional you are, it's important at the end of that conversation, at end of that situation, you have to tell the person, the individual, the group of people, whoever you're dealing with, don't forget I love you. It's not, to me, I feel like it's not being said enough. Because in my opinion, I feel like, a lot of people situations and struggles would go a little bit different if they knew somebody really cared about them. You know what I'm saying? Like in real life, not just in rap songs, or just for the moment. Nah, don't just love me just because of right now for what I can do for you. No, in those tough times, in those tough situations, it's important that you get told and you tell others, don't forget I love you. Because you just don't know how far that may go for the person you're dealing with, the person that's in your life, the person that's there by your side, the person that believes in you and your abilities and your go get it mentality. You got to say that. Don't forget I love you. Because you really have no idea how far that would go for the next person. Maybe that's what they needed to hear from you. Because even the strongest person in the room need love. I don't care how much of a stand-up person or independent person you are. We all need love. We all human. You know what I'm saying? So we all need love to a degree. So do never get too big. Don't never feel you have to be so hard. Don't forget that, don't have yourself so far ahead of yourself where you forget about others to tell them, don't forget I love you. You know what I'm saying? Because maybe by you saying that, somebody would choose to do a different path or choose to look at things in a different way. But they couldn't see it because they were so wrapped up either with themselves or whatever situation they was dealing with, and they didn't have nobody to give them that outlet of love, you know? Because there's so much negativity out here. I mean, I don't have to speak on it. I mean, it's pretty much on any social media, television, news, broadcast, wherever you get your information from, it's there. But where's the love at, though? You feel me? And I'm not talking about, there ain't got to be no soppiness, you know what I'm saying? But just hearing those words in those real key moments that you need to hear it, especially from the individuals that's important to you
Right.
or that's in your life, you feel
Come on,
that's
man.
beneficial for you,
Talk to him.
don't forget I love you. Do you feel,
Do you feel me? Come on.
you know? So if you're new to my channel, please hit that subscribe button,
Right.
and go back and watch a lot of other my videos too, because all I bring to you is nothing but good game, good conversation, good motivation, and hopefully some type of inspiration.
Come on,
I
man.
am Sean B. Stoller. Let's go.
Talk to him.
You know?
Talk to him. See, that's what I'm saying, man. You got to respect this when I'm
You know,
giving
I had
that.
this one of my old school partners, man. I ain't seen in a long time, man. I seen him a couple of actually this past weekend. Childhood friend, childhood friend. I haven't seen a man in many years, right? But we had a real stimulating conversation because he was bringing up a lot of things I really forgot about. You know
Huh,
what I mean?
right.
And one situation was, we was out of town. We went, I forgot where the hell we was at. I think we was over I want to say we was in Vacaville or something. I live in the Bay Area in the Oakland area, so like Vacaville, California, that's like the Fairfield area, Vallejo, well past Vallejo. It's like I would say pretty much from Oakland, it's like a 40-minute drive. So you know what I mean? And we got a damn blowout on a freeway, man. You feel me? I know somebody know what that feeling is. It's the most horrible feeling, right? So he had a donut though. So, we was trying to, change the tire real quick, throw the donut on. But that whole process, man, just getting a blowout and then we was working together. We was able to put that on that tire hella quick because we was on the side of the freeway. You feel me? And I'm like, man, we got to get this done. You feel me? So we end up getting the tire
I
done,
remember that.
and we still went shopping and stuff like that. And but it was just funny because his car was raggedy as hell. he, he already had two other donuts.
True
He
story.
had two other
This is a
donuts on
true
the car
story.
already.
This is a true story. Come on, man. This is a true story.
I
I'm
was
telling
like, how the hell you have all these donuts on your car, bruh? You know what I'm saying? And he had a blowout in one of the donuts, man. Oh my goodness, man. Young, man. We was young. Like I said, this was many years ago,
oh
man.
my
So he
goodness.
got a blowout in one of his donuts, and we had to change that donut with another donut. Do you feel
Come on now. That's what I'm saying, man. What can I say? Hey now. I mean, hold up, let me take this off the screen. There we go. So yeah. So look, check this out, right? The way that you wish to receive love or appreciation, sometimes the person that's giving you that, you may not receive it in the way that you want, but at least be thankful that you did get it. You know what I'm saying? Be thankful that you did get it because some people, that's the way they show their appreciation for you. You know what I mean? So sometimes that's the way that they show that they care for you, you know? And so everybody view, understanding is always different. So appreciate the effort, you know what I mean, that they're giving to you. Because that goes a long way too, you know what I'm saying? That goes a long way. That appreciation is everything. And like I said, it's not just a dollar amount. It's not all about money. Money is a key factor. Don't never get it twisted. I would never tell anybody, "Oh, money isn't everything." That's a lie, bro. If money not everything, how much you make a year? You make 50,000, you make 100,000. Can I get your whole check then? Okay. When you go to work, just sign your check over to me every day if it's not that important. You feel me? Come on, man. I ain't trying to hear that. So always remember how you receive it. Don't be mad how you receive it. Accept the way of how they're giving it to you, you know? Because you may not like it, but at least they did make an effort to let you know that they were appreciative of what you did for them or the motivation that you gave to them. You feel me? You know? So I want to thank y'all. That's my time tonight. I will go live tomorrow. So I appreciate anybody watching this live tonight. Look, I got a few people, got a couple people in here. I appreciate y'all. You know, so I really appreciate y'all watching this live tonight. And shout out to what is Sockset Trades? I think Sussex. I'm tearing up the name, but I appreciate you. I'm going to bring you up here. Yeah, you know what I mean? I believe it's on Twitch too. So I appreciate you watching me on Twitch, man. Thank you. I appreciate you. And I will be going live tomorrow, so be on the lookout for that. Not sure exactly on the time. It'll probably be a little bit late in the evening, after I ate, relax for a little while. So, don't expect nothing in the early afternoon. I think I got a couple of shorts I'm gonna release tomorrow, so be on the lookout for that. But me going live will be later on in the evening. So just remember this, right? I'm about to shut it down. But remember this, right? We all have a journey. We all have a process. Respect your journey and your process and continue pushing into your greatness. I am Sean B. Stoller. Until next time, peace.